Hi everyone. Um, Welcome back. I've After my moaning about not being able to find much in the way of family photos, I actually went on and raided one of my uncle's Facebook pages and found actually some really good ones. So, Derek, thank you. This one is a picture that he's put on. One of my aunties has commented that she recognises this gentleman here as Uncle Sid. And this one, she called Aunt Laura. Now, I remember an Aunt Laura from when I was a kid and we used to go to Cornwall. So I'm hoping, that's who it is. So, this one's going to be, to speed things up, I've had a mess around and got some of the bits together that I want. So, because it's a wedding one, I thought, yeah, let's go pretty ornate. So, hence lace. First of all, background. I've only filled about 7 or 8 pages, no, maybe about 10 pages, and it's getting pretty chunky. So I'm going to need, I think, although for this one, maybe not, I've started splitting them down the middle. Because while it looks brilliant, put together as one page, sometimes it's, I think it's going to have to be left. Right, what I wanted to do with this was just jazz up the edge a bit. So, one of these punches, Martha Stewart punch, it hasn't got a number on it. It's an extremely old one. I'm pretty sure you can still buy them. I get them off Amazon. So if I just, I don't want it perfect, although saying that, I would like it to work. Oh, there we go. So I'm assuming everybody knows how to use these, but if you don't, you just line it up to the pattern. I think this was the first ever punch I bought, hence why it's getting a bit dodgy. And also, because I've got a torn edge on it, it's going, no, don't want to. There's the problem, look, see. I think that was the issue. Actually, I don't mind that. It looks a bit raggedy, but then it's supposed to be vintage. And I think that won't look too bad once it's inked. If it does, do you know what? I'm going to stop the video, print another page off, and do it again. That looks alright. So I get rid of all my mess. What do you reckon? Do the other side. Do you know, I did this just to try and speed things up. And that's not working, is it? Oh. Daily supply of coffee going everywhere. I have a load of these punches. And I don't use them, I haven't used them since I stopped making mini albums, which is a real shame. So this journaling, actually filling in my own journal, has done my things the world of good. Now I want to keep this page nice and light. Yes, it's supposed to be, well, it is vintage. The photo looks to be from the 30s. On the other hand, I don't want it too grungy. Oh, actually, that doesn't look too bad at all now. Looks a bit moth-eaten. which is fine. That's the kind of look I want. And I want to stick that in the middle. People have been asking about my glue. It's called Art Glitter Designer Dries Clear Adhesive. And yes, I use it for everything. It comes with a pin. The tip you buy separately, which is a bit of a con. But if you don't use the tip, it, I find, for me, I just get glue everywhere. Right, so I don't want to glue the pattern. Let's just check I've got that the right way around. Yep. How many times have I glued in a page and it's been upside down? So then you end up covering everything, which was not the point of doing it. Yeah, I have to say I use this glue for lace because of the applicator tip. They call it industrial strength, but I don't know. E2000 is what I'd use for metal bits, I think. E2000? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Right, so I have my background mat. And then I wanted to put a bit of lace. Let's move some space. I think. Oh, scissors need sharpening again. Let's get rid of that bit. I think what I wanted to do was just edge a bit of lace. What's this one? Victorian velvet. Just to give it a bit of a tinge. That looks quite pretty. Make space. Can you see where it's just given it a bit of a tinge? Move my light over it, might make things a bit easier. Right, I want it to go just over the edge of the page, I think. So if I, get it back in shape. If I line it up, so that's my first bit. Let's just run some glue over those bits. I remember seeing a video, watching a tutorial on a lady that was doing yeah, the albums, the mini albums, and she was going on about glue, and unless you wanted to make a junk journal. And I remember thinking at the time, and that was my first ever introduction to junk journals, and I was like, ooh, actually that looks much more fun. Right, that one on there. Let's give it a bit of a, not much, just enough to make it look like it just hasn't just come off my printer. Maybe a bit of extra colour. You start off with little and then build it up. If you want a bit more, you can always put more on. Just can't take it off. Well, I suppose you could print it again, actually. Yeah, that's stuck. Now, I don't know whether to put that on or to give it a bit of a border. What do you reckon? Too much pink? Don't know. Ooh, I tell you what might look nice. It's just to edge it a bit. This punch, I think, has seen better days. Let's call it quits at that. And then, oh, I like that. Yep, okay. Now, I don't want it all the way along, so if I just no, we don't want that bit. So that there. Let's just give that a bit of colour. I don't know why I'm bothering to do the back page, so it's going to be covered. Oh, I have die cuts everywhere. Oh, I like that. Yep, that works. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and stick that down. Right, this is where my glue doesn't work. I want it. About that. And then I think oh, you'd have thought by now I'd have learned how to use a glue gun, wouldn't you? So about there. Okay, blimey, seems to have worked. Right, what I wanted to do with this was actually put a bit of, because the lady's got some lovely lilies there, but I couldn't find anything, well, I haven't got anything to hand for trumpet lilies, which those are. But I had noticed that Aunt Laura has roses, so I also wanted to add a bit of colour No, I wanted to put some flowers on it. These are how I buy them. I get these from Hobbycraft. I think they're a couple of quid for a pack. But they come with this middle. Now I'm already making this. This is already hugely chunky. So pull the middle bit off. And I want to put them on there. Now the other way of doing it, I wasn't sure. I actually run through some die cut flowers and just used a stylus just to give them a bit of shape. I wasn't sure which one I liked the best, so I figured if I back it onto... That's the one that I've tried and I thought, what's the point of that? So it would be quite good as a backing flower, I thought, maybe. But then I thought, actually, I quite like those ones better. But it looks a bit boring. So, bit of pink, just on the edges. Just jazz it up a little. I did have some more, but my desk, there it is. I was going to say my desk is a real mess at the moment. That looks quite nice. The idea is to try and frame it a bit. So that'll squash quite flat. Let's grab another one. Let's see if I can. There we go. Just pull the middle bits out. And give that a bit more colour. You can go over it with wing Castella or whatever just to give it a bit of jazz if you wanted to. I quite like that. Oops. It makes quite a nice frame and layering, in my opinion. So, if I just tack it down to begin with, where I want it. I suppose really you could add a whole bouquet onto this. Depends how dimensional you want it. I always find, well, I am finding that this is getting a little too dimensional. And then I can go along with my glue and just stick those bits down. And the same on that side. There we go. Strings. And for this side, I wanted a pocket. So I've got one there, and what I thought would be fun, I've got loads of bits of lace that just sort of hang around. Thought that could go up there, but that also needs, or I want, just to give it a, same again, just Victorian velvet. pink. So I thought it might be fun just to put a bit of lace. I don't think I'm going to stick it all the way down. I think I might just leave it to hang. Depends. That one. And that one. No, that's going to come too loose. There we are. I wanted the pocket, I think. Ooh, I don't know. I've actually got... I made a little... it's just a bit of a letter, which I printed off. I just folded it in three, tucked the end in. Actually, that might look quite nice on there instead. Okay. Let's give this a... I would start calling these mixed media, I think, rather than heritage. That looks nice. Yep, I'll go with that. I think I'm only going to stick the edges down. And then if I want to tuck something in the back, I can do. Decisions. There. I've been having a play around with the fasteners. I know I could quite easily put a tab on just to keep it shut. And then I thought, ooh, that'll do the job just as well. And for what I want it for, this probably works better. So if I get it so it just catches it, then it can tuck in. That's one bit. That's the other bit. So the glue hasn't quite dried yet, but and then that'll hold that quite nicely. Oh, there are so many different embellishments you can add to these. You could put a little stone in the middle, a little pearl perhaps, but because I want it to lie reasonably flat, and then I wanted... I've gone mad with the die cuts, as you can tell. feels like it needs a bit of dimension. Don't know. I'm in two minds over that one. But it would be nice to have a plate on it of some description. Don't know. Do you know what? I'm going to tuck it in there for the moment, come back to it and think, right. So there we go. All I've done really is just chosen a colour theme. What did I think was right? And then Ray did my my offcuts, of which I have quite a few. I think that might be the last one for a couple of weeks. I've actually got proper work to do rather than having fun. And we're off on holiday. Yeah! Oh, it's going to be nice. And I am going to enjoy it. And I don't care if it pours down. So there we are. My version. Yet another heritage page. I am really enjoying this, and I'm really enjoying finding different pictures of the family. But I mean, I've been getting some together ready to go in. So what we got there? Oh, my kids when they were little, all three of them. Bless. And then, oh yeah, myself, 2 daughters and 3 grandchildren then. Cool, that's when days were cheap. That was, well, this young lad here will be 15 on his next birthday. So it must be getting on for 11 years ago now. Wow. Right, well, this has been, and is continuing to be, a really good trip down memory lane, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I hope you're enjoying my journey with me. There are, but yeah, I haven't got all the pages done. We are getting a little chunky. Never mind. Right, on that cheery note, I will speak to you all soon. Take care, enjoy, bye.